Well, ladies and gents, it was only a matter of time before we got some new images of Nosferatu. You can see it here. So we've got Nicholas Hoult and we've got Count Orlock. So Nicholas Hoult obviously playing Ellen's husband in the movie. It looks bloody good. Now, there is an image, the Nicholas Hoult image specifically shows what he's looking at, which is Count Orlock seemingly eating something. So I thought we'd take a look at this because I'm very excited for this movie. I like Robert Eggers. I think he's a good director. I think he's done some great stuff. And, you know, this looks like a movie where... How to phrase it? This looks like a movie, because it's a remake. This looks like a film where Robert Eggers will not necessarily become commercialised, but you'll be able to get a glimpse of what he does playing in someone else's sandpit. Because, of course, all the films he's done to date, there is his own thing. And so there are scenes which kind of go a bit balls to the wall. I mean, The Northman, for instance, you had, the Valkyrie come down. All these kind of things, which I personally really like The Northman, don't get me wrong. But it's not wildly commercialised, if that makes sense. So, you know, I'm keen to see where this goes. That's why I'm following it so intently. So let's take a look, right? So yeah, this is the first official image from Robert Eggers' Nosferatu remake, that one was released last week with Lily Depp playing Ellen. Not bad. And then we've got the second still shared online, which spotlights Nicholas Hoult's Ellen's husband, Thomas, and Count Orlock, which is Bill Skarsgård. So anyway, here is the image. We'll take a look at what Robert Eggers said on bits and pieces anyway. You can see it here. First look at Nicholas Hoult in Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, and yes, that is Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlock that he's staring at. I mean, it's pretty scary looking. He's really trying to go for that sort of gothic horror vibe. I mean, this is beautiful cinematography. Like, yes, it's a still image, but that's great cinematography. Absolutely stunning imagery. Color grading's really nice as well, and that's what I said when it was the Lily Rose Depp thing. The color grading and framing was great. This is great framing. This is wonderful framing. The outfits are great choices as well. So I'm not sure. I don't think this is Bill Skarsgård. I think this is just some random image they've taken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain anyway. But what a fantastic image. Costume's great. Location is great. You see, sort of gothic architecture in the background. Bill Skarsgård, Count Orlock. I mean, that looks pretty gross. Pretty gross. Looks like Count Orlock is doing something he perhaps shouldn't be doing. Will this go down as one of the greatest vampire movies ever? I think it has the potential to. I do actually think it has the potential to. Now, Robert Eggers has been pretty down the line on what he thinks of his own film. He says, I'll say that Bill is so transformed, I'm fearful that he might not get the credit that he deserves because he's not there. He felt like honouring who had come before him. It's all very subtle, but I think the main thing is that he's even more of a folk vampire, in my opinion. He looks like a dead Transylvanian nobleman, and in a way that we've never actually seen what an actual dead Transylvanian nobleman would look like and be dressed like. And he says, yes, it's a scary film. It's a horror movie. It's a gothic horror movie. And I do think there hasn't been an old school gothic movie that's actually scary in a while. And I think that the majority of audiences will find this one to be the case. So he's pretty on it. You know, he's pretty happy to say that this is, well, scary, I guess, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty certain that can't be him. I don't know why my brain's got like .exe going on these days. I need to up my fish oils. But this is great. This is stunning. Loads of people in the comments. People are like, very, very, very excited. Actually, people are really, really excited. But someone says Holt should have been Orlock. No. Bill Skarsgård's a great actor. And he does these sort of makeup effects roles very, very well. He was Pennywise the Clown, remember? And it's funny as well, like, because of course Nicholas Hoult played Renfield, right, recently. So I think that there's some sort of comedy. I mean, it's just funny, isn't it, quite frankly? And I do like Nicholas Hoult's got the mutton chops going on. Sideburns, mutton chops, as we call them in the UK. I don't know what they call them elsewhere in the world, but it is quite comical. Loads of people, again, I'm looking at the comments down the side here. Day one, I'm there. This has the potential to be so fucking incredible and the greatest vampire film of all time. The atmosphere thus far and everything Eggers himself has said about us until now are just so unbelievably promising. Cannot wait. Eggers woke up one day and just decided, you know what? I'm going to make peak cinema. And this is the thing. Eggers doesn't piss around. This is someone that is like, why are you complaining that there's no diversity in my Nordic folk tale from sort of history? Like, of course it's not going to be, basically. Like, seriously, what are you talking about? I like Robert Eggers. I think he's great. Again, more comments. I can already tell this is going to be immaculately lit for a period horror. And this is true. Like, the lighting here is beautiful. It's subtle, but it's beautifully done. Wait, who is Holt playing? Renfield to Nosferatu. What's next? Holt building up his horror catalogue. That's true. That is very, very true. Again, loads. Just honestly, the comments are just flooding through. Incredibly, incredibly positive. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. It looks like this is a few days old now, actually, which is my bad for not getting to it. There's some comments from the 24th, so my bad. I'll hold my hands up. I'm a bit behind, very clearly. But yeah, the comments are just universally positive, quite frankly. So look, I'm really excited for this. I think this is great. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this, though, and what you thought of the previous images. Are you excited for this? Do you like Robert Eggers? Again, he's not everyone's cup of tea, but at least it's different. Yes, it's something we've seen before, but this is still different. Well, hopefully it's going to be different anyway. I digress. What do you think? Drop it down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.